welcome to Hands Up for Trad afternoon show. My name's Simon Toomere. Looks like summer is over in Loch Lomond, but you can't beat a bit of rain to help you catch up with daytime TV. Luckily though, we are here to distract you with some great guests. Elephant Sessions, Duncan Chisholm, Anna-Wendy, Stevenson, Simon Bradley and Ellie McLaren. And remember and say hello if you're watching. How's it going, everyone?
Hello.
Good, thank you.
Have you done anything interesting today?
I went for a cycle. It's not interesting, but
I remember homeschooling.
Sorry, homeschooling this morning, Simon. Yes, I was just saying, just ahead of the going on air there, that my youngest said it was the worst lesson he's ever had. So there you go. I'm not cut out to be a teacher, obviously.
Well, luckily we might get some tips today, Duncan, because we're in the company of two fabulous academics.
Exactly.
Thank you. But first, let's hear from Ellie McLaren on her time in Braemar at the moment.
I'm Ellie, your Braemar correspondent for today, and Simon asked me just to talk about things that I've been doing since lockdown started, and so luckily, living in Braemar, there's plenty of walks and hills and paths and things, so I've been doing that every day up until this week when we were forecast to get snow, so that's not so good. Up until today as well, finished third year today, woohoo! So I've been doing uni work, and last week I had my recital over video conference, which was interesting, but it worked. And so I'm on the BA Applied Music degree with the University of the Highlands and Islands, and our course leader Anna-Wendy Stevenson has been great at keeping things going as they normally would, so not much has changed for us apart from the recitals and things, but it's been very good, so I've been doing that as well. Also been watching online concerts. Most recently I watched Scott and Mary Wood, excellent, and I've been doing some workshops as well. Did one with Adam Sutherland, one with Kevin Henderson, also did a step dance workshop over Zoom with Ainsley Hamill. And next week I'm doing one with Duncan Chisholm through Face Rosh, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to as well. And yeah, that's about it. Also been baking, doing lots of baking and cooking and eating. But yeah.
Ah, fantastic, Ellie. That was like great. Braemar, what a beautiful place. Well, we've been joined by Alistair Taylor and Mark Bruce from the Elephant Sessions. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks, man.
Fantastic. You're in Newcastle, Mark, and where are you, Alistair?
I'm in Inverness.
Beautiful.
North.
Well, listen, in 2019, you brought out your album, What Makes You, and then you took it all over the world. Was this did the album take long to make?
Yeah. We started writing it, and it took probably, I guess, best part of a year to write, and then we worked on it for quite a few months in the studio, and then post-recording and stuff. Probably four or 5 months of doing that. So yeah, all in all, probably best part of a year and a half, was it?
Yeah, it must have been about that. Took a while.
Yeah.
And did you approach this album in any different way? Because I suppose it was a difficult third album.
But then they said that about the second album, so the second album. So, Mark, I think we did. Like this was the first time we changed up the writing process by all just getting in a room together. No one came with anything. We didn't have any tunes pre-written. We just got in a room, and the five of us sat there, and over the course of that's maybe why it took so long.
There's a lot of stuff that we thought was about there, and then ended up in the bin, wasn't there? There's a lot of stuff that I really did think was going to end up being the finished thing, and then the whole thing just disappeared. Yeah. And I guess that's the fun of it, is you just throw some stuff at a wall and hopefully some of it sticks.
Yeah. Oh, so this could have, if only you'd had the video camera, it could have been your very own Let It Be.
should have done that. Yeah. Next time.
But I mean, so the album came out, and you just travelled all over the world. Was there any? Well, there must have been so many highlights. Can you name any?
Mark, you go first. What are you going to say?
I think, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Australia.
Yeah.
We've been there quite a few times now, and I think Blues Fest in Byron Bay is maybe one of my favourite gigs we've ever done. So
I think Australia, I think memory. We had a blast in New York. Cambridge is always fun, Glastonbury. We had a lot of fun times over the last year or so.
Saying that though, coming home's the best bit. I think getting to do the gigs that we've got to do in Scotland. I think it's such a nice feeling when maybe you've been away for 6 or 7 weeks somewhere else and you come back and you've got squeeze a couple of Scottish shows in before you go somewhere else. They're always my favourite ones.
We finished last year with Glasgow and Inverness. I think those were two of the funnest shows of the year, actually. So
yeah.
I mean, when I felt very lucky being able to see you at Celtic Connections when you performed at that Showcase Scotland reception, and I think the thing that struck me about it, because it was a small stage, it wasn't a lot of lighting or anything, but you guys, you'd obviously played a lot, but you were just amazing. All your stuff was just so tight. Your movement was great. I just thought I was very impressed by it all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. I think we just come back from. I think we just been away for a long time, so we weren't tight. We weren't tight by the end of that.
It was a good time to see us, I
guess. And of course, was it 2018? You went to Lorient to play there.
I think we went 2 years. I think we went 2 years in a row. I think the first one might have been 2017.
17 and 18, I think. Yeah.
Because one of my favourite videos of whatever year it was the pineapple incident.
A pineapple. I think that was the first.
That was 2017. That was the year of Scotland.
The infamous pineapple incident.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Ewan from the band has sent us this video.
Yeah, Elephant Sessions were out playing Lorient Festival. We were there for the full 10 days, and each night just seemed to get better than the last. So as we got towards the end of the week, went down to a wee corner shop, got an inflatable pineapple just in case, and then I think it was on the last night, decided to jump into the crowd with it, and it was quality. And I wouldn't have got back if it wasn't for the help of Mike and Donaldson and Buddy, who helped me back onto the stage.
Totally mental. Totally mental, but absolutely great. It's I love seeing rock and roll pretty much with folk music, because we don't always see a lot of that. Behind the scenes, we're all very rock and roll, but not necessarily on the stage.
I do not care for your accusations.
No,
the funny thing about that pineapple was the fact that he'd been planning it all day, and then a very, very large French security guard saw what he was about to do and said, "You're absolutely not to do this." And then when he disappeared with that, I thought, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? And then I didn't actually know at that point if it was going to happen, and he just appeared soaring. He just floated like Free Willy over the security guard's head.
And then Mawson from Tallis joined him.
Yeah,
he ran and jumped as well. That was a fun moment. I enjoyed watching that from the stage.
There was a lot of angry French security guards after that, I remember.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a look at your video for What Makes You. It's it's absolutely fabulous video, and one of the things that really stands out about this video is the lighting. How did that come about?
It was Gary Ebdy works a lot with us. He is our lighting designer, and he does our lighting live. And I think we all kind of wanted to do something cool lighting wise, and I think it was Ewan and Gary had been chatting and came up with this idea of like the circular thing around us, and Gary said he knew the perfect place, which turned out to be a freezing cold kind of empty warehouse.
It was like a disused warehouse with asbestos signs all over it
on the edge of Glasgow. It was so cold, I remember that, but he set up this rig around, and we spent we had to do it when it was dark, obviously, so we spent hours into the small hours kind of filming, and Gary controlled all the lights and did all that, and we had Cal Woodbridge and his team filming it, and we're dead chuffed with how it came out. I think it looked even cooler than I thought it was going to, from what they'd described. So dead chuffed with how it came out, actually.
Well, let's have a look at it. Fantastic. Well, let's have a quick shout out before we go on to some of our various guests. We've got Diego from Asturias. Hi, Diego. We have, it's good to see Phil McIntyre from Maine. Phil, you've done such a great job over the years of promoting Scottish acts in America. Thank you. Who else have we got? Hello to Gail, Paul Carroll. Nice to see you, Kirsty. Jackie Pankhurst, very nice to see you. Who else? We've got Pam from, where is she? West Virginia. And then back to home, Sheila's from Inverness.
That's my mum.
Oh, hey! Gotta keep it in the family. And then, and then Aisling. Hello, Aisling. Oh, you're from Australia. And Sue from Boston in the US. Anyway, our next guest is one of the most popular Scottish musicians on the planet at the moment. He has taken on COVID-19 head on and introduced one of the most popular hashtags, COVID Ceilidh. Let me introduce Duncan Chisholm.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It's been a real joy playing for you tonight. This is the start of a run of Ceilidhs that we're hosting all the way through April, and we'd be delighted to see you all here again. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook with the hashtag COVID Ceilidh. But for now, that's all from me tonight. Thank you, good night and God bless. That was nice. Off to bed now, I think.
Oh, that is a fantastic video. And actually, I'm just going to add this to the broadcast, Duncan. From Arntonfell, Duncan Chisholm is the best. There you go.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, you're back again. Great. So, you have been right in the media for this whole time. When did you come up with the idea for this COVID Kaylee hashtag? Because it seems to be around for quite a while.
It's been around. I think we're coming up to probably about number 45, day 45 of it, and it really started off with a conversation and a tweet. I came up with the idea that maybe acoustic musicians around the world could upload a track, one a day or whenever they could, just to kind of give some kind of solace and comfort to people that might be requiring it, and just to try and keep connected. And we're all in the same boat with this terrible disease that's hit the world. And I think it's basically the essence of what we do, isn't it? Connecting, saying we understand, and play some nice music for people to enjoy. So it's been an incredible response. Not only posts from all around the world, there's literally thousands of posts now up, some amazing music, and the reaction to people listening, from people listening, has been incredible. So I'm really, really happy with it.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to go and find out that, to go into social media and they just go hashtag COVID Kaylee, and it's there for you. Now, one of the last times we were chatting was at the Scots Child Music Awards in December, when you again won the Album of the Year with Sandwood. Is that right? No, that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago, Simon. It's going so quickly, this lockdown. Yes, Sandwood, yes, indeed.
Yeah, now Sandwood is part of a trilogy, is that correct?
No, that is not correct.
I'm going to have to sack my researchers.
You're going to have to do something. No, Sandwood was a one-off piece of work, which I spent, like Alistair said there, the lads spent 18 months on their last wonderful album. I spent 18 months on the Sandwood project also, so that was going back and forth to Sandwood Bay and Sutherland, and then coming back, working with Hamish Napier on writing the music. And yeah, it's a long process. If you want to create a good album, good music, you have to put the hours in, and it's not an easy process. It's not something that you can do in a week, unfortunately.
No, but a very popular album anyway. And a lot of people always say to me how much they love it, actually.
Well, I was very proud of it. I mean, ultimately, what I tried to do with Sandwood was to, in music, kind of give the sense of what it feels like to be in a place like Sandwood Bay, and that's in all different weathers, and the only way that you can do that is keep visiting and try and immerse yourself as much as possible in the place, and then eventually, I guess, like a painter would, they get a sense of something, and it might not be what everyone feels in a place, but it's my representation of it. So that's the important thing.
And when I was looking at videos for the thing, I found a video to your Lorient suite, thinking about the boys when they were jumping off the stage. You were playing with the orchestra in Lorient. Was that 2017?
Tell me that again, Simon. I can't remember this at all.
Well, it's just a video on YouTube.
What's it in Lorient?
It's called the Lorient Suite, and it's you playing, and Matthew Watts is playing with you, and there's an orchestra behind you.
Right. I'm not sure if that was in Lorient, though, was it? I'm not sure.
It's only called the Lorient Suite. I mean, maybe it was just a really good party.
Anything's possible. With an orchestra, I'm just trying to think. I cannot think off the top of my head what that is.
Well, I'll just tell people that it's a beautiful piece of music, and you should go and search for it on YouTube. Wherever it was. Names don't tell you everything.
Yeah, sorry, I that has completely escaped me.
That's okay. You can get in touch with me later and tell me I'm wrong.
Tell you what, there recently there was put up on YouTube. There was I did a concert at Kelvin Grove Art Gallery during Celtic Connections. So Matthew was with me there with Jarlath and group of musicians. So we spent about a year trying to. There was a fault with the recording of the film, so we tried to. We eventually got it into some decent shape. So that might have been. I don't remember any stage divers at that gig, though. I have to say, but
well, you're a director, or also a director of Face Ross, and Face Ross have a virtual festival this weekend, and I believe that you are the first workshop, or you're one of the workshops anyway, that's going to be going online to come and learn with you.
Yeah, I'm very honoured to be on the board of Face Ross, and it's a wonderful organisation that has helped so many young people and people of all ages to appreciate Gaelic culture and music. And I have had a long-running kind of relationship with Face Ross, and because they have had to cancel most of their all of their upcoming projects. Fiona Dalgetty, who's, as you know, a very dynamic and innovative person, has come up with this idea of a virtual face. And so I've done an hour's fiddle lesson, which people can access online, and there's a whole host of amazing musicians on there. So all details are at faceross.org.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to play a video of yours now. It was just up a few days ago, Duncan. It was the video that it was a very popular video that you made with Hamish Napier and Sue Ali.
Oh yes.
And it's Hamish's tune from the album Sandwood. What's the tune called?
So it's called Ba Shinavad, which is the Gaelic name for Sandwood Bay, and it finishes the Sandwood album actually. And I was delighted that the wonderful thing about the technology that we're using is that we can do collaborative pieces, and we're using an app called Acapella, which is really handy for doing this kind of thing. And it's a lovely thing, and lovely to get to play music with those two wonderful people.
Well, let's have a listen to it. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Great. And you can see why that attracted so many viewers on Facebook. A quick shout out to some other people. Graham Brotherton. Hello, Graham. And anyone else? We've got Andrew McIntosh from Boston. And, there's my mum. Hi, Mum. Right, so we're very lucky to have Anna-Wendy Stevenson and Simon Bradley coming to us from Benbecula. How's that? What's that as a place to live? Is it nice?
It's absolutely stunning. We're actually on the Isle of Balashare, which is just off the west coast of North Uist. It's a very small island with about 50 people on it. So, yeah, we're in splendid isolation.
Well, that's amazing. Well, we're going to have a quick chat to Anna-Wendy first. So, Anna-Wendy, you are the programme leader for the BA Applied Music for the University of Highlands and Islands. Tell us what your job is.
Okay, so I suppose my job involves a lot of coordination. I'm the programme lead, so I'm kind of in charge of students that are enrolled on the degree. So I go through all the process from applications, auditions to enrolment, teaching and resulting and assessment. And we've got students that are studying on this degree. What's different about it is that it's multi-genre. So we've got students of across all of Scotland. You can study from anywhere and come together for residencies 4 times a year, all genres, and it's really dynamic. It's really different, and we're actually really used to the whole kind of online and collaborative experiences that many people are having at the moment. Maybe for some of the first time, due to the COVID. But you heard Ellie earlier on; she was just saying, "Oh, we've just had a residency, and we have, and it was just like this, I guess. It's online."
That's very interesting, actually. She said she was talking about how much she's enjoyed it as well. It's great. It's just
great having Ellie.
Yeah, but it's just great that you're actually given all these opportunities. Is it how do people get on your course?
Well, they make an application. If you go on to UHI, University of the Highlands and Islands, .ac.uk, and you do the search for applied music, you'll come up with more details, and there's actually some good videos there with testimonies from students. You can find out really more about how it works. Once you've applied, I'll get the application ultimately, and we will then ask you to send in a video of your performance, and then we'll do an actual audition and interview. So that's the way it goes.
Well, we actually have a tribute from the Elephant Sessions Ewan. Here we go.
I want to say a big shout out to Anna-Wendy Stevenson and Simon Bradley as well for running the course out in Uist. It's an absolute belter, and I definitely recommend it to anyone.
Oh, just like that. There you go. Now, obviously, you are first and foremost a fiddler. We all do lots of admin, but actually, we're musicians in our hearts. Are you finding much time to play?
Well, I've actually been finding more time recently with being in the house, and we've just been doing bits of recording actually for the Fèis Ross concert at the weekend, and so yeah, been enjoying doing some, and I actually had a great time doing just a wee collaboration with Tim Eady recently,
which is what we're going to hear about here in a minute. In fact, let's have a listen now. In theory. Hey, Fantastic, absolutely beautiful. Well, we're now joined by your colleague and husband, Simon Bradley.
Hi, Simon.
So, Simon, I was good. We were chatting earlier today, and I was amazed to find out that you are now starting a course called, he says, tell me.
It's called, so the role that Anna-Wendy described, the program leader, I've been appointed that for a master's. It's an online multi-genre master's called MA Music and the Environment, and it's kind of inspired by the natural world, historical and cultural heritage, and the creative economy. And it's really, really good fun, to be part of that and leading that.
I mean,
really enjoy it.
It sounds amazing. So, if I was to come and study on that course, what would I be doing?
Well, there's kind of three central themes. It's all online. It's multi-genre and it's international. So we've just had a Chinese student who's done his project on. They had the COVID wave hit them first, and he runs a pub over there, and he's done his project on that. But we do music performance and creation, a lot of digital distance collaboration. The students are based all over the world in different time zones, and there's a lot of focus on the cultural and historical context which we all live and draw inspiration from, and then all on the kind of business, sustainability science, creative economy and sustainability. But there's fairly small numbers, so we like to make it bespoke and really follow the interests of the students that are on, and a lot of them have professional careers, the musicians who want to convert some of their life experience into academic qualifications.
I mean, I have to admit, I think it sounds totally fabulous.
Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
Well, anyway, we like Anna-Wendy. I've known you for many years. I've probably known you for even longer than I've known Anna-Wendy, because I was thinking about it, and I never met you, but I saw you playing with Rua and Jimmy Young in the Acoustic Music Centre when it was in Chambers Street at the Edinburgh Festival. These were great days.
That was it. I mean, I studied geology, but Edinburgh was just such an exciting place and time that, of course, I never worked as a geologist. I followed my love of fiddle music, and I don't regret it at all. I wouldn't be here today with you.
No,
so yeah, amazing times.
And you've played with many bands. One of the bands that you're playing with, a fabulous band, is a Asturian band, Landa Kubel. How did you get involved with them?
It was playing with the kind of Rua people, and we were at Lorient Festival at the start of many a good story. And so I was there, part of the Scottish delegation, and we met the Asturian delegation in one of the many pubs, and we just really bonded. And then they invited the band, we were called Miro, and we toured the north of Spain. I'm sure some of the musicians here have played there. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. And then they asked me to join, and of course I said absolutely. Just an amazing place and beautiful music. So I absolutely love my connection with Asturias and sharing it with students. And it's great.
And what year would that have been?
Oh, well, when you get to my age, Simon, anything over a decade is classed as Precambrian. But I think it's a good couple of decades, shall we say. A long time ago.
That's Alberto Ablendo saying that they must have tricked you to join the band.
Well, it was a very happy trick. I'm delighted. They didn't have to take my passport.
And I mean, I was listening to it today, and the ornamentation to me when you're playing sounds quite different. You have to play in a different way.
Yeah, when I first joined the band, I had not realised that they tune up to the pipes. So I'd learnt all the tunes, they sent me the recordings, and of course they were all in like C sharp minor and all this, and I was really nervous about it. Anyway, once I tuned up, the scales were the same, but the pipes are different, and the dances are different, and also the pulses are different. So a lot of anacrusis. So it's affected my bowing actually probably more than the ornamentation and the phrasing. Obviously the Asturian gaita, the Asturian pipes, has its own ornamentation, and where the emphasis fall within the tune is different as well.
All right, I see. And the band have just released a brand new album, the first one since 1999.
Yeah, so I was saying, so it didn't take 20 years to make. It took about the same as the other guys, about probably 2 years, because we're kind of distributed. The one member's in Germany, I'm in Newest, and the rest are in Asturias in Spain. But there was life happened, and there was a kind of hiatus. So it didn't take 20 years to make. 2 years.
We're going to have a wee listen to one of the tracks. Now, there's no video here, but this is a fabulous track. It's track 6. What's it? Do you know what the name of that is?
It's the Albarada's the Victor sign. So he was a collector of tunes, and this is an Albarada's a type of tune.
Right. Well, if only we could listen to more of that, because what a beautiful sound. What a beautiful sound. And that's available on Spotify, it's available on everywhere.
Yeah, you can stream it on YouTube or Spotify, you can download it, or you can even go old school and order a CD as well. And
I have to say, I first heard of Land of Cavell because my wife Claire, she's a fiddler, and she knew about all of these bands before anybody else, I think. And so she's got the whole back catalogue, and I would say look out the back catalogue because there's some fabulous music on it.
It's really good fun to play.
Right, well, thanks very much, Simon. Now, first we had Mastermind, but now we have Disastermind.
Hello and welcome to Disastermind. I'm your host, Alistair Taylor, and tonight we have 4 brave young men taking on our hot seat. Those men are Greg Barry from Ross-shire, Mark Bruce from Edgerton, Ewan Smiley from the Black Isle, and Seth Tinsley from Hexham.
Well, we don't have all these guys actually, but it was such a great idea. But we are going to have the Hands Up for Trad Disaster Mind quiz. Their Wednesday quiz, which is always very exciting to see how good you guys are. And hopefully if I can get this right, I've got some sound effects this time as well. So, you ready? First question. I'll take that silence as a yes. Right. Oh yes, because everyone has to bring their own buzzer. Fabulous. Right. So, what was the name of Capper Cayley's first album?
Crosswinds.
No.
Oh.
Sidewalk.
No, that was the third one. Crosswinds was the second one. I'm going to tell you, it was Cascade.
Oh.
When and where did the first Fèis Ross take place?
Dingwall, 1986.
Well, it's kind of wrong. I didn't have a sound for half of it. It wasn't in Dingwall. Anyone out there? This is quite an easy question.
Was it 1994 for the first year of it though?
No, it was still 1986. Duncan got that a bit right. I'll tell you, you're going to kick yourself. It was in the Keeley House in Ullapool in 1986. I'll give myself an applause. Right, finish the tune name. 252. Oh, Simon Bradley.
Vigo.
Absolutely. And the bonus question: which Sugar Nifty album was this on? Anna-Wendy.
Venus and Tweed.
Hey! Where were the MG Alba Scots Trad Music Awards held in 2017?
Oh.
Anna-Wendy?
Fort William?
Wrong. Alistair?
Dundee.
Oh, Alistair, this is the one where Elephant Sessions played the most amazing gig.
Oh my! I know what it is now.
Oh, that's him. Oh, yeah.
Paisley.
Paisley, yeah. Paisley.
Was it
Nailed it.
Was it Live Act of the Year you won that year? Or was it, I think so.
I think it was the album.
I think it was
that year.
album.
Was it album,
Yeah.
yes. Right,
That was a good night.
Right, it's going so well, this.
It's going.
Final question. Add this up. How many years on a Scottish BA Honours course, an HNC, and a degree on the folk degree in Newcastle? Alistair?
8.
Congratulations!
Hey! Buzzing, man. Buzzing. I didn't think I was going to get any. I got 1.5.
Did anyone won?
Oh, I don't know actually. The answer was so
Anyone
bad. Anna-Wendy started off doing quite well, but it just was downhill after that. So. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for being here today. It's been great fun. I've learnt lots just chatting to you, and we've had a good fun. And we'll be back on Monday at 2 p.m. with more fabulous guests. And if you are happening to be free on Friday night at 10 p.m. GMT, we are going to trial some late night radio, playing some relaxing Scottish music. So we're good to see you. And you'll find out more on the Hands Up for Trans Facebook page. But we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Thanks.
All the best.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.